second composite number 1.
Mr. Chairman, fellow delegates, Patahora, Town Council, Galway East Constituency Council. Long ago there was a young, ambitious Minister for Labour called Rory Quinn who launched a social employment scheme in the mid-80s. There were some early hiccups. The initial publicity material had photographs of eager participants approaching an ancient Celtic cross with wire brushes and had every archaeologist in the country reaching for their pens to write letters of protest to the Irish Times. The social employment scheme morphed into the community employment scheme. And I personally spent 20 years of my working life in Foss facilitating communities who used the scheme and watched it become a vehicle for community and personal development. In this town alone, under the management of people like Ollie Jennings and Pádraig Branagh, community employment grew the Galway Arts Festival to rival the Galway races as a generator of footfall and spend in Galway, and in the process created an international reputation for Galway as a city of culture and a great place to visit. All the time offering training opportunities to participants that helped with subsequent job placements. All this at a minimum cost to the Exchequer, given that most of the money spent on CE would have to be paid out as social welfare in any case. Even in these straitened times, delegates, when local government and health services are so constrained in the services they can offer, especially in dispersed rural communities, we must protect the CE schemes and ensure that they can upskill participants, both unemployed and underemployed, to increasingly deliver services into their sponsoring communities in areas like childcare, aged care, neighbourhood security, rural transport, tourism promotion and environmental improvement. We should go even further, delegates, and urge that Labour in government, in looking at local government reform, ensures a central role for the concept of CE as a tool to be used to strengthen active citizenship and involve communities at sub-county council level in combating disadvantage. I would urge Minister Bruton to address the strategic vacuum created by the implosion of Foss and ensure that best practice is positively promulgated across communities and CE schemes. And I know that Minister Burton has positive and developmental ambitions for CE. Finally, Chairman and delegates, in seconding this motion, this conference might recognise the contribution of the hundreds of voluntary sponsoring committees and the help they received from my ex-colleagues in the Foss Community Development Service across the country, and also the cadre of CE supervisors who manage and mentor the participants, and lastly and most importantly, the achievements of the hundreds of thousands of scheme participants and the contribution they have made to their communities in the last 3 decades. I formally second the motion. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.